So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So this is going to be my one team for all against Kizuna Clash, Barto and Cavendish. And I'm going to be making two teams. This first team will not use Trebol friend captain. And then later today I'll upload the friend captain Trebol team that I'll be using. Sadly for this particular Kizuna, I won't be uploading the most free-to-play friendly teams or most accessible teams. Mostly because at level 31 plus there are some really obscure debuffs that basically no free-to-play units remove, like special limit and ship bind. Very rare to remove them. I've still been able to make a pretty decent team using some stuff I think most people should have at least. So the team I'll be showcasing uses the Super Tandem Nami as captain, Kaido as a sub, and yeah, those are pretty new. At least they are Super Sugo Legends. My reasoning with this is that most people actually pull for those. So I hope that many people have them. Otherwise there will be other people making one team for all or just normal teams. Since I'm not using Trebol friend captain, I try to fit colors that work against all the bosses, which is why I fit this Kusan here. His only use basically is the Akainu support for higher levels. We can remove one extra turn of Death Up together with Robin or Magellan special. Robin does have ship bind, so we cover that. We're not removing the special use limit, we'll just settle with Kaido and Nami for that. Kaido has the King support, remove one more turn of the spear on higher levels. And Nami has Brook support, so we can tank the death hit on one variation. And as friend captain I'll use Yamato and Ace, since they remove resist bind and special bind, and they can help us get a chain and boundary boost. So yeah, let's jump into it. I had to make some late revision to the team, so I hope it actually works now. Otherwise I'll be a bit sad. Anyway, let's just do it. So yeah, this won't be as smooth as many other one team for alls I make. It will vary a bit depending on the variation what we do. This was just a pain in general to build for. I definitely recommend trying to use Trebol teams if you can, but I understand that for this Kizuna Clash in particular, Trebol friends will be especially hard to find. Which is why I kind of do not like I usually do. Usually I wouldn't make a one team for all just like this one. I usually just build with the booster friend captain in mind. So yeah, Sai is in, so we try and hit with int units. Sai units last. Sadly stage 2 is not the most easy one either. But we got the kill anyway, so we take that and we move on to final stage. So yeah, on higher levels we have the special use limit here. So what we do is we just use Kaido, attack and ore boost for most of the team. We use Nami's super class and special. Nami handles all the debuffs with her captain ability that removes paralysis. And we also have a lot of extra damage with the chain boost, base attack boosts, and the conditional. And then we can use swap Yamato Ace as well. Can even try and get the Super Tandem going. It depends on your Nami level, of course. See, I did a bit too much damage there. But if you hit with Robin, Yamato and another striker, you should be able to proc Nami's Super Tandem, at least on most variations. Not possible on all of them, I think. Maybe if you swap Robin's position. probably just swap Robin's position. I can do it now. Probably. If I move Robin there, it should be fine. So let's move on to the next variation. This one is where I made a mistake in my team building, so I hope I've not overlooked anything now. For this time, we're going to be using Robin stage 2. And then on the final variation, we're going to use Robin final stage. So it's a bit of a inconsistent, I guess you can say. Make sure you keep Robin's orb here, since she will give you her own orb again. And obviously it's matching, so yeah. Also swap Yamato Ace just for some extra chain. Yeah, just hit with the int units last. There we go. Okay, so let's see here if it works out as I hope it does. Yeah, this is the special bind, which is very nice. We're going to be using Magellan Hanyabal here to remove the def up at later variations. But I guess we can use them anyway. Because later the variation, there should be a 6-turn def up here. But as you see there, we do get the poison conditional by doing that, so make sure you use Nami before Magellan Hanyabal. It doesn't matter for this run, because we do so much damage anyway. But what you should be doing is use Kaido, then you do the Nami combo. We can actually fix this because Kaido removes beneficial effects. We do Nami combo, and then after doing that we can still use Magellan Hanyabal. We can't now because he doesn't have def up, but we will be able in the future. And that removes most of the def up, 1 turn left, which Akainu support removes on the Kusan. So it should be fine. And as said, you can always try and go for the Super Tandem, but we do too much damage at this early stage. Yeah, we leave the death hits, so we take those. Feels good. Just 1 variation left, should be fine with this team. And again, apologies for not making the most accessible team, but basically the options for removing the debuffs are inherently not accessible, so I thought, let's just make a pretty decent looking team that works, rather than trying to shoehorn in non-accessible verse units just to remove the debuffs. One thing to note for this team is that to remove the ship bind, you need to limit break expand your Robin, which is definitely worth it, so not something you have to think twice about. Still a very good unit, and ship bind will probably get better and better now when it actually has some relevancy, so to say. I've barely done this variation, so I don't know what to expect. Next stage, what color it is. Okay, this one might be a bit rough. We're using Magellan Hanyabal here. But we do have the self-proc poison conditional, and I guess you could use Magellan Hanyabal on the first variation too for that. And we will hit hard with Ace 2, I guess. So I guess it's not too bad. Might be pretty easy actually. Do we take that? Good, good. So as you see, we did not use Kusan special. He's just here because he is a quick striker unit that can help remove the final turn of death up. That's literally everything he does. But on this variation, we always have to use Kaido first, since he resist the special reverse. And yeah, on higher variations, you have 6 turns of the spear, or 9 turns it becomes 6. So Kylie will remove 1 of that, then we use Robin to remove the other 5 and also the remaining death up. And we use Nami's Super Tandem, Super Class and Special to get the extra damage. So I guess this team is pretty okay. Can probably make an even better team, but I think this should be enough for most people. And you see the boss's strength here, which is why I really wanted to bring Kuzan. But yeah, we still do too much damage. But yeah, that's my one team for all that doesn't use Trebol. So for those of you who don't want to look for him, you got this option. And in a few hours, I'll upload the team I'll be using, which uses Trebol, Frank Captain. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.